Okay guys, now you can see that I have written down in boards. So the term management concept and then school of management and also managerial practices. Okay, so here you can see term management as I have already explained it. Distinct activity, group of people, discipline, economic resources, career. Now you know that part, right? Second concept which says school of management. So what does school of management has to say about the concept management? Let's start. Management as a process. What do you mean by management as a process? You remember in the demo class I have said that management is a process of planning, yes, organizing, yes, staffing, directing, leadership and controlling, right? So basically what happens is you can see as a management process, you need to go through the process of first doing the planning, then organizing the all resources and everything to, yes, to go ahead and conduct a managerial process. Or you can say that suppose you want to set up a new business, for that you need policies. And now the policies are done. Now will be the organizing part where you will need a different suppliers or budget are already done. So how you are going to conduct the sessions and also that we can start the business, where we will set up the business. Now what are the things needed for organizing so that we can achieve the goal of the business. These all comes under the managerial process. And then staffing, recruitment and all, how many people are needed, what are the works required, skills required. So these are again comes under the managerial process. And then leadership, directing, like decision making, if there is a changes needed, how will make the decision, how will you influence your management group of peoples, right? So this whole process of analyzing, if there is any deviation, how will you review the performance of the management peoples so that we can achieve the goals and policies of the management process, like of the organization. So this will come under management process. Okay, you got what process is? Meaning process means to continuously go on in step by step to achieve the goal. So just learn the concept and then you will be able to understand what are the things need to be added in management. Okay, in short I am just giving you a like concept of how to understand what management is. Like I never had the habit of parrot learning. I do understand the term meaning of the word management as a process. Process means what? Day-to-day activity going on. So what can be the process in management? You just need to understand that. When you understand, you will be able to write it down. Okay? Now HR concept. What do you mean by human relation? This HR doesn't mean human resource. This is mean the human relation concept. Same. That means that building a relationship with humans. Who are human in management? Any guess? Yes, you are right. Human in management means peoples who are working in the organization. So what will you do? Human relation concept. Now management means to build a relationship with the group of peoples in different hierarchy. So one comes the administrative level, what I taught you in the demo class. Second comes the level where there are department heads, the accounts department head, HR department head, marketing head, right? And under that comes the team leads, supervisors, and then in down comes the operation level people. So this hierarchy that is there, they have to build a direct relationship with each other so that they can achieve the same goal, right? They have the same goal but different activities. So they need to understand the goal and there should be a coordination, human relation to achieve the goal. So that comes under management. You got the concept now? Okay, now leadership. What do you mean by leadership? Leadership means I am the leader, I am the influencer, I am talking and influencing a group of people. Suppose I am talking about Sundar Pichai. Okay, how did Sundar Pichai lead and how do you think he attract the group of people that follows him in Google? So they do is basically that he should have a good personality, he should have good words, he should have the power to make the decision and influence the group of people so that they can lead. Like in politics, I am saying, in very easy example. Politics is also management. Suppose I am saying in politics, do you think one leader who is the president or the prime minister should have this quality of influencing people? Yes, he should, or else he will not be able to, yes, follow the rules and regulations to achieve the goals. Suppose I am saying, there is I will not take the name, there is a prime minister who only, focus on one group of people, and he is racist. Do you think he can survive? No, he can't. He have to influence the whole group of people of the community so he can grow, and also there should be peace. Yes, so that they can go and achieve the goals. What are the goals? Like economic development, peace in the country, and then there should be employment generations, also like sustainability. So these things can only be achieved when there is a leader who is not racist, who always believe in communal peace, and that way that aura of him will be able to influence the people, right? That is an example of leadership. So what has the leadership, what do you mean by management having an interrelation with, how do you describe that management having an interrelationship with the leadership? Well, you can say that management has varieties of leaders like team leads, supervisors, department heads, administrative board of directors. These people should have the habit and the aura, charisma of, attracting the group of people who are under them so that they can achieve the goals well. Or else there will be clash. You can say there are also some production, like you can say, factories where there are like problems, or you can say there are some chaos going on for the wages, they do not follow the leaders. Do you think they can achieve the goals? No. Very good. They cannot achieve the goal. They need a leader who will have to make decisions along with the people's visions. So what are, suppose in a group of people there are people who believe that they want to work for 8 hours, but they also will need some rewards and recognitions, right? Or else why will they work? So that should be, should there in a leader in the back of the mind that I need to say something that will influence the people of mine. So that also comes under management, which is very important in management. I hope you got the point, because I have explained it in a very detailed way so that you can understand what leadership is in management. And then the productivity. What do you mean by productivity? Productivity basically means that effective utilization of resources in a cheapest way. That means optimum utilization of resources in limited way, so that the production unit price, the cost of the production unit price. So this is a big term. Suppose I am giving you a small example here. In production house, suppose I am saying in a factory, dairy factory, okay. So we produce milk and all. Now, while you are doing the process, there are different units that has to go through to do the exact packaging of the milk. So suppose it has some time frame also. If the time frame increases and the scrap materials, what do you mean by scrap materials? That means the wastage are more than the packaging of the milk. Then do you think you will be able to achieve the goal of the organization? Do you think you will be a profitable organization then? No, you can't be profitable if you do not know the utilization of the resources, timeline for each of the production units. Yes, you cannot. So that's why you need to understand that productivity has a link directly with the management process. Suppose in the production, if there is some kind of a deviation, that means up to the goal, the production packaging is not happening. What you can do? You can do is you can go and talk to the supervisor, talk to the operational unit. If there is changes required, you can do the changes so that the process goes on well. So that is a effective utilization of management in productivity. You got it now? Suppose it is it is known as integration. Okay, integration. So integration means the correlation of human and also the physical material uses. That means it should be a combination of both. I already gave you an example. In production, do you think in machinery outputs, when you are using, suppose in resources, raw materials are required, right? While you are doing the production, suppose in chips, we use potato, raw potato. They will go to the process, and then when the process has ended, the packaging will be done on the chips, right? So you will fry it, deep fry it, and then there will be some spices added on it. How will you do it? With the help of the human, and there should also be a relationship of the resources, material resources. So this is the interrelation. So the production house has machines and the raw materials. They cannot directly do the production, and the raw materials will be transformed into chips, fried chips, until and unless there is no human connection in the management process. Human has to be present in every process to check if there is any like scrap materials, or if the chips are not up to the mark. So you have to check it constantly, how many units, so in what time frame how many units are being produced. This way only you can manage and utilize the resources in an effective and efficient way. So management only do that process. Okay, you got the integration. Human relation and material resources should have a correlation with each other, which is a part of management concept. Okay, in simple word, this is it. Then comes the third part. This is the concept of management, right? First part, term management. Second part, I have mentioned school of management. Now third part is managerial practice. So now we are going to understand what is managerial practice. Subdivision is of 6 types. What exactly? You know what? When I am explaining the concept, when you see the video, you can also write it down in definition. And when there is, suppose there is a question coming, what is management? Okay. Now you can write it down with the help of the concept also, what is management. It will be also valid. You will get the marks. Trust me in that. So let me explain you the managerial practices here. First is management by communication. So communication is an integral part of management. How? I am communicating with you. I am as a teacher. Suppose I am saying that I am the boss of the organization. You people are the, you can say the employees of mine. I am the employee and you people are the employee. Now I am doing is giving you an explanation about what are the tasks going to be and how you will be allotted the task and in what time frame you will complete the task. Okay. Now if I write it down and I say just read it out and go for a work, will you be able to do it? No. Now that I am explaining each and every concept with you, that is a process of what? Communication. Communication means to explain the decision making process with each other so that there is no misconception when it comes to achieving the goal and the output of organization. Okay, you got it. Now management by system. So what do you mean by system? Well, there is written here that a system is a combination or several elements that are combined together. It is written over here that way. Effective and efficient use of system. That means in each and every process, management is there. System means that, suppose I am saying there is a correlation between each and every hierarchy for achieving the goal, right? That is also a system. Did you got it? No? Okay, let me explain you, just wait a minute. So now, management by system means that there is a common goal. That, suppose I am saying we need to produce 1000 units of chips today. That is the goal of today's task. Okay. So now there is a system where one will be doing the controlling part, that means performance will be reviewed for today's production process, right? And then these are the common goals. Now the managerial people, supervisor will do the controlling part, right? And then the operation people has the responsibility of producing 1000 units of chips from the machinery. They are doing the operation part, supervisor is supervising, department heads are already giving a direction to the supervisor how to evaluate the performance so that operation people can achieve the goal of today's production. So these comes under system. That means in a synchronized way everything is happening from time to time, which comes under management. Okay. So now management by result. This means that management by output oriented. Suppose I have already said today the goal is to achieve the 1000 units of chips production. So now at what time frame today's there were also some tasks and all allocated. So today they have not produced 1000. Suppose they have produced 900. Previously they have produced 1000. So there is something which is different, like there should be a difference. So you have to check out what is the difference for which 1000 unit was produced previously, now only 900 units are produced. So when you know the result after the production, the outcome, when you know it, then only you will be able to understand by comparing the previous and the present goals, to understand which are the changes required or the policies required or the decision making process required to achieve the goal of an organization. So this is also a management process. In simple, management by result. What is result? Goals that has already been achieved, right? So you need to compare the two results to see which one is the best. That is the only thing you need to remember, okay? I hope you got it. Management by participation. This means that in management there is a group of people. One is subordinate, one is supervisor. Okay, subordinate means the people who work under the supervisor. Managerial people who are the superiors one. Subordinates are the people who are employees working in operations and all. Suppose I am the teacher, I am the subordinate. Who will be my superior? The managerial HOD head, right? HOD will be the superior, principal will be the superior. They will also see my task whether I am doing it in a proper way or not. So that's what you need to understand, that suppose I am saying participation means I am also being given the authority to take decision in the roles and responsibilities that are going to be conducted by me, not by only the superiors. Okay, for example, I am a teacher now. I have a syllabus. I have to go through the syllabus only. That is the policy, right? If in between I am given the decision to make some changes in the teaching modules and practices, not the syllabus, but how I will teach you. If there is any contents that I can add in teaching, so that you will be able to understand more, or you will be able to write more about the concept better than it is written in books. So this is decision making. In simple word I am giving, in the life example I am giving. So decision making is when you are also participating with the other group of managerial peoples to achieve the goal. That also comes under management practice. Now management by, it is written as motivation. So management by motivation means that how the managerial peoples motivate the peoples who are working in an organization so that they can achieve the goal. Suppose saying that I have an 8-hour session routine. So will it be even efficient, or will I be able to give effective output of teaching if I am being told to take 8 hours of session continuously? Do you think I can? No, I can't. But if I am being given 4 classes and in between I have breaks, then I will have more energy to give you the classes as a teacher. So that is what also comes under management. Suppose I am not talking about teaching, I am talking about a job. So I am the managerial head. I have given the authority to the peoples to work. Now they are working. They have achieved the goals also, but I am not appreciating them. I am not acknowledging the work they are doing. I am also not giving them rewards, no recognitions, no like in group we applaud people by taking out the name, taking the name out if they are doing great in an organization. So if there is no recognition, do you think we will be motivated to work? No, you need to understand as a managerial head what are the things that your peoples need to stay motivated. Rewards, recognitions, vacations, trip, this will help them stay motivated. They will feel important. So that is also part of management. Now comes this management by objective. What do you mean by management by objective? There is an objective which is like commitment based objective, you can say motivated objective, result oriented objective. There are a lot of objectives. So there should be a goal in management so that we can work to achieve the goal. Process of management, you learned that process should be in synchronized way so that we can achieve the objective. So that is exactly what management is. I hope you are very clear with the concept of management. You don't have to do pilot learning. Just see the word, understand the word, meaning of the word. That way you will be able to understand what exactly management is. These concepts are, trust me, these are very important. It can come under the head by asking a question in example. What are the concept of management? What are the different concepts given on management? Maybe it will be like that, write it down in very short few words. You don't have to explain. Then you can do is write the 3 concepts and then the subdivisions. If it is for 5 to 6 marks, you can write this 3 concepts and one line of each of the subdivision of the concepts. Okay, I hope you got it. Now we can go to the second part. So this is the chapter 1 first part, that is concept of management. So I am taking long because I want to give free classes and all of my knowledges to you people. Because if I don't do the elaboration and I don't effectively explain all the concepts, then what's the use of being a teacher, right? So I want you to see the video. Once you see the video, you do not have to again go through the book and understand what concept of management is. You can understand by seeing the video only. So it will be more easy for you. And with example also I have explained. You can use the example of factory when it comes to the management process. You can also take the example of human relation, motivations, and then also restaurants and all. You can take example. It is very important to give example. Even if you write one line of what exactly the concept of management, at least if it is possible, if it is for like 4-5 marks question, then try to give an example, short example. That will give more value to your answers. I hope you got it. I did the same, so I am also telling you the same to do it. Now, characteristics of management. The second part of the video will consist of characteristics of management, objectives of management. Again, what are the rest importance of management. So then chapter 1 will be completed. I am sure that concept of management took at least 30 minutes of my time. Second video will only have the characteristics, importance and objectives. And chapter 1 is done. Okay? Well, if you like my video, please like, subscribe and share. Okay? I hope you like the video. Have a good day. Bye-bye, students.